Chris was born at the end of May, and he came to our family. We adopted him in September. He was this little blue-eyed, blonde-haired baby. I remember carrying him around in a backpack on my back, and he used to love going around and seeing the ducks in the pond. And he just brought a lot of joy into our lives. The favorite thing I remember about Chris is how artistic he was, and the things he created were beautiful. I still have a nameplate that he created for me. He left home and he went traveling. He seemed to move around, and once in a while we'd get a phone call, and then in that particular phone call, whoever he was talking to, he revealed that he had the HIV diagnosis. When it hits home, it's frightening. It was difficult knowing that he was so far away and that we had such limited contact, because the years prior to that, we didn't know. We wouldn't hear from him for months at a time. And so we never knew, especially since his HIV diagnosis, was he dead or alive? And at that time, he depended on AIDS Vancouver to give him the support that he needed emotionally, physically. He started to get sicker and decided that he wanted to come back to Ontario. And the question was, how was he going to get there? AIDS Vancouver somehow, I don't know how, got him a ticket home. I hadn't seen Chris since he was a teenager, really. And so the fact that AIDS Vancouver found a way to send him home meant a lot to me, to be able to reconnect with him, to see him as an adult, and see how he had grown, matured, and his perspective on life. That meant a huge amount to me. Chris was admitted to the hospital in January 1992, and with a newborn, I would take my daughter to the hospital. I used to change her diaper on his bed. Some of the nurses were just shocked and criticized me for exposing my baby to HIV. I think that was my first big realization that this was something, kind of a calling for me, that I needed to keep on doing this education. We knew that he was getting really sick, and it was actually a blessing when he died, because he was suffering a lot. We were all there when he died. A year after he died, we went to AIDS Vancouver and shared with the staff who were there that day how much it meant to us for them to have supported him through his HIV/AIDS diagnosis and bringing him back to us, sending him back to Ontario so that we could spend his final days with us.